To find the GPE, you need to have your mass, gravity, and your height. The mass is 0.00552 times constant, which is 9.8, times your height, which is 0.551, and that will give you 0.0298 joules. Your kinetic energy, since it's at the very start, is 0 joules, and so you add those two up to get your mechanical, which would be 0.0298 joules, and since you don't have any kinetic energy, your speed would be 0 meters per second. And since mechanical energy is constant throughout, it will be 0.0298. Do the same thing that you did to the GPE, 0.00552 times constant 9.8 times 0.5 or 0.344 since it's your second position, and that will give you the answer of 0.0186 joules. And to get your kinetic energy, you just subtract your GPE from your mechanical energy, which is 0.0298 minus 0.0186, and that would be 0.0112 joules. And to find the velocity, you do your kinetic energy equation, and your KE is what you just found, 0.012 equals 1/2. The mass is 0.00552. I'm trying to find v squared. That will end up giving you a number. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing position 3, which is the hill, and then the height above the base is 0.25 meters, and the mass of the marble going down the roller coaster is 5.52 grams, or that kilograms. So to find the gravitational potential energy, use the equation mass times g, acceleration due to gravity times the height, which is equal to 0.00552 kilograms times 9.8 meters per second times the, 0.25 meters. And when you multiply that out, you get GPE is equal to 0.0135 joules. And we know from calculating position 1 that our mechanical energy is equal to 0.0298 joules. And since mechanical energy is equal to GPE, or gravitational potential energy, plus kinetic energy, but we don't need elastic potential energy, so that's our equation. So we can find kinetic energy by subtracting GPE from ME. So then we'll get KE is equal to 0.0298 joules minus 0.0135 joules. So KE is equal to 0.0163 joules. And then to find the speed of the cart, we do KE is equal to 1/2 mv squared. That's the equation. And then, so it's 0.0163 joules is equal to 1/2 times the mass, 0.00552, times velocity squared. So then you get 0.0326 is equal to 0.00552 times velocity squared. So velocity squared is equal to it's equal to 5.9057. Then you take the square root of that, and your velocity is equal to 2.42 0.029 meters per second.
So we already found the mass of the marble, which is 0.00552 kilograms, and the height for position 4 is 0.155. To find the potential energy, we'll be using the equation mass times gravity times height, which would be 0.00552 times 9.8 times 0.155, which equals 0.00789 joules. To find the kinetic energy, we will be subtracting the mechanical energy from potential energy. We already found the mechanical energy since that will be the same for all positions. So mechanical energy is 0.298 joules, while the potential energy we just found, which was 0.00789 joules. So kinetic energy equals 0.0219 joules. To find the speed of the cart, we'll be using the kinetic energy equation. So kinetic energy is 0.0219 joules, which equals 1/2 of 0.00552 velocity squared. I'll be multiplying 2 by both sides to get rid of the fraction, and that would equal 0.438, which equals to 0.00552 velocity squared, and then dividing the mass on both sides. So velocity squared would be 7.934, square root on both sides. Velocity would equal 2.82.
So we already found the mass, which is 0.00552 kilograms, and then the height is 0.094 meters. To find the potential energy, you would use the equation mass times acceleration times height. We found the mass, which is that, and then the acceleration, which is 9.8, and the height of position 5 is 0.094. And after you multiply all those together, you get 0.005 joules. Then throughout the whole roller coaster project, the mechanical energy would be constant throughout each position, so that's 0.0298 joules. To find the kinetic energy, you would use this equation. The kinetic energy equals mechanical energy minus greatest potential energy. So you would do the mechanical energy minus the 0.005, and you would get 0.0248 joules. And then then we have the mechanical energy, which is constant throughout every position, which is that. And then to find the speed of the cart, which is the velocity, you would then use the equation kinetic energy equals 1/2 times the mass times velocity squared. Since you have the kinetic energy, which is here, you would use 0.0248 equals 1/2 times the mass of the marble, which would be 0.00552, and then velocity, which is what you're finding. You would then multiply 1/2 times 0.00552, and you would get 0.00276 times velocity squared. You'd bring down this. Then you would divide that. And you would then get 8.99 would equal velocity squared. Then you have it
to do that, to get rid of the squared, and the velocity would equal 2.99 meters per second.
Now you can get your phone out and record.
Alright.